Hey gorgeous gals, welcome back to Contour Image, where I help you build confidence through your image. My name is Sharon Ports. I'm a California licensed esthetician, and today we're going to do another review on Medicube. Now, as I mentioned in my last video, for this entire month I will be doing reviews on Medicube's machines that they have on their website. Now, right now they have 4 of them at this moment, and today we're working on a second one that I've shared now on YouTube with you right now. So the one I'm going to be sharing with you today is called the HR Youthful Deep Shot. And this device uses red light therapy. Now, red light therapy is great for collagen production. You'll see them sometimes in doctor offices or esthetician offices. They'll use light therapy. And so the different colors of the different lights help stimulate the skin one way or another. Some are great for acne and some are great for anti-aging and a few other things. But particularly with red light therapy, it works mainly for collagen production. And so this is a home care device that you can have at your own home and use yourself. And it works really well. It does get pretty warm when using it, but it helps to stimulate the collagen in your skin. So if you looked at my last video from last week, I talked about one that really helps produce more elasticity, while this one's going to help produce more with the collagen. Now, some people might be wondering, what's the difference between the two? Obviously, elasticity is basically the elastic in your skin. So we kind of understand a little bit of what elastic is. It gives that stretch and bounce to the skin, so if you pull it out, it'll come right back. I don't really like doing that, but you know, it'll come right back to you. That's the elasticity, and it kind of helps stretch around, you know, the structures of your face and even on your body, of course. What collagen is, now collagen can be found in many, many different parts of the entire body, including your eyes and your bones and your teeth and even your organs. But normally when we're talking in skincare, obviously with the collagen, we're talking about skin collagen in this case. And what collagen is it's basically very similar to rebar, is how I like to consider it. If you've ever looked at when sometimes buildings are being constructed, you'll see like these big long wires running through the foundation before they pour the cement. Sometimes they'll use it for the staircases. That's giving it its strong foundation. And that's exactly what we have in our skin in order to make it strong and durable. So it's very important to have. If it's not there or really badly broken down, that's when you see a lot more wrinkling and sagging of the skin. The elasticity is also important, that if that's not there, you'll also get some more sagging and lines and wrinkles as well. Elasticity and collagen tend to kind of go hand in hand. They go together. But this one is to help stimulate specifically collagen in order to give you that strong structure. So I like to use both these machines, like the one I shared with last week, and this one in particular that I like to use together, or at least a few times during the week, in order to, you know, build up my skin and anything that I've lost in the process over sun damage and just general aging in general. It also uses ultrasonic and high frequency waves as well, which also helps stimulate the collagen in the skin. So before I share with you how to actually use it and how it works, and just to give you the effects of what it would be like if you were to use it, I'm going to get you familiar a little bit with the device so that you can have an understanding a little bit of how it works and what I'll be doing when using it. All right, so here is where the device is, and it has 3 buttons. One is the power button, the other one is the intensity button, and then the shot button. And so to turn it on, you'll just press and hold down the power button. And then to change the intensity, it starts right there. You can see a little white dot, and you just push it once every time you want to go up. It goes up to 5 different intensity levels. And if you need to go back down, you can go all the way back up to 5 and then hit it on the 6th round there, and it'll go right back to the first one. So I'm going to give myself a shot on the first intensity. And then I'll give myself another one on the third intensity. And then I'll do it on the fifth intensity. They all look and sound the same, but the intensity will be felt in the skin when you use it. And then you just hold down the power button to turn it off. All right, so now that you've gotten familiar a little bit with the machine, I'm going to show you exactly how I would use it for my skin, just to give you an idea. Now, before I start, I am gonna let you know that there are a few ways that you could do this. One, you could either just kind of press it and do it, or you can actually glide it up as you work on it. I used to do the tapping, but now lately I've been actually doing a little bit more, I don't know, I'm gonna call it scooting. I don't know, brushing. I'm not sure, I can't remember. They actually do state something about it in the manual. But that's just what I started doing. I've been doing different things since I've been using these. Last time, if you hadn't watched my last video over the other machine, I did mention that it uses a conductor gel. This one also will be using the conductor gel. It comes with this size originally, which is, I believe it's 100 milligrams. It doesn't say on the bottle, I don't know why, or I don't even think it said on the box. I was looking to see what it said. And then I thought this one was the 250 milligrams, but I found out this one's the 250 milligram. So it does come with the conducting gel, and you do need to use it in order for the machine to be effective and to have it have its power, if you will, draw into the skin. So these are the only two times you'll only be using the conductor gel, only for the two machines, the one that I showed last week and the one that I'm going to be showing you today. So I ran out of what was in here, so I'm going to be using the bigger bottle. I knew I was going to run out, that's why I got it. And so this one only stays for about 6 minutes. Actually, I timed it one time and I think it was just under 6 minutes. It was like 5:55 minutes. It turns off after almost 6 minutes because it'll start to overheat and get warm. It might even shut off earlier if it gets too hot. So, because it does give a warming sensation. It really is a warming sensation. So I'm gonna actually time it here. Give me a minute. I'm gonna actually, that way I always time my things, because if I don't, then I don't know where I am. At least I can know, okay, I went over this spot 3 times, went over this spot, what else have I not done? So it's always beneficial to do that. Now, what I like to do is I would normally kind of make sure my skin is a little bit damp. So I would put on maybe my toner or something, because I've already washed my face and I've already put on my toner. So I'm just gonna kind of go from there. But what I do is I like to put on a reasonable amount on it here. Not too much, not an extreme amount. My light is not, because I don't have my light. And then what I would do is I would just kind of rub it a little bit on my skin first, just to make sure I have it all over my skin. Just kind of do it again. This is just the way I do it, because I want to make sure I have enough of this stuff for myself. And so I'm going to use it here on my forehead as well. I'm also going to use it under my chin for sure. And then if I have this, sometimes I don't have the time, depending on what my goals are. I'm going to try to get it on my neck. Okay, I have not turned on the machine yet, okay? And you will also try to avoid this area in particular. It can mess up the, can't figure the term. All right, so I'll put on some more. Not too much, because I'm just using a section. And now I'm going to turn it on. Okay, and I like to use all the way to 5, because I'm used to this. And I'm going to, first I start here, and I'm going to give myself a shot. Ooh, I actually felt that one. Okay. Kind of get that area. Crow's feet, you know, all the lines are. Now I have noticed specifically around this area of my eye, it has actually, like plumped up a little bit more than it used to. Now, here's where I'm going to start to move it a little bit, see? And I'll just keep kind of pushing it and giving it there. Now, you can only go to one place. Oh, I forgot to turn on my timer. That's really great, huh? It's not really helpful, is it? And then I'll just kind of go up a little bit here. You'll hear a beep like that if I've overdone a spot, maybe. Now this one I'll kind of leave on, and I like to do it here too, because I want to try to get rid of the labial folds as best as possible. Now you can't go over a spot the same time twice, one right after the other. You can come back to it, but you cannot, like, now I can't just go back. It won't really be happy. So I'm going to do the other side. Sometimes you have to kind of give it a second. So what you're doing is you're kind of sending a very deep red light therapy through the skin, encouraging it to produce more collagen. And see how I'm going up? I'm not bringing it down, I'm going all the way up. And yeah, I've experienced it where it can get really hot. So just be aware. I mean, it's not very common for that to have happened, but I've done it. Like here in the middle of my forehead is where I have experienced it, where I can't do it more than, I think, 2 times. If I do it 3rd time, it just gets way too hot and it burns. So you do have to be careful. So this is where sometimes the lines, I'll just kind of go in the center here, why not? I'll put a little bit more since it's kind of drying up a little bit. And I'll go. I'll do it here, right under the jawline. Now here's where I'll do the neck. I'll try to do these spots. And just kind of bring it up. Now if you want to do the more of a tapping motion, what you do here is you just go, you hit it here like do 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 and do 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 and then do 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 pretty much. But I like to kind of do more. So I'm gonna kind of start over again. Okay, I'm gonna try to get at least 2 rounds in as much as possible, but sometimes, or at least focus on the areas that you possibly can. That's kind of how I do it. All right, let's keep going. I'm gonna give it myself a little bit more. Not too, I don't like to overdo it, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to get across. It really does just, it's very simple, very fast. You'll notice too that my skin is kind of glowing a little more, like it's got a little bit of slight flush to it too. So, which is really, it's really nice that it does that. It shows you that you're really, that it is working, and I'll just kind of go here because I don't want to. Try to get all the nasal labial folds here. Oh, and the other thing too, especially on this side, I feel like a little, like a bubble popping or something, because that's where my, I don't know. It's really kind of weird. Like I said, that's where, I think in my last video I mentioned that I'm more sensitive on this side, so I feel it more on this side. All right, let's see if I can get down to my neck, and then we can call it done, I think. So sometimes I have to give it a second there, if you notice, because I pushed it, but it wouldn't. Yeah, there goes my timer, so any minute now. I must not have given enough time, because it's still going. Actually, maybe it's 7 seconds. I can't remember. I did try it out to see how many more seconds it would be before that thing stopped. Maybe it was 7 minutes. I'm trying to remember now. Let's do the nasolabial folds again. So any minute this thing might go off. And that's how it goes off. And then you will not be able to turn it back on until after, I think it's like 10, 20 minutes or something it says in the information. Now what I would do, you can tell it's kind of gunky looking from sliding all over my skin, is I would just wipe it down with a wet washcloth and then dry it off with the cloth as well. That's how you would just keep it maintained and clean. And so hopefully you enjoyed that. I know it was a little bit longer, but it was just to kind of show you how it works and how you would actually work it on your skin. And as you can maybe see, hopefully you can tell that my skin is a little bit more, slightly more red. I always notice it's a little bit more blushed a little bit, which is a good thing. It really does bring a lot of good blood flow to the skin. So that's another reason why it will also work really well to help create more collagen and things, because blood will help bring that into the skin for all the vital nutrition and everything that's needed in order to have good healthy skin. It's good blood flow. You will also want to leave on the conductor gel, because it does have some good things in it, and just let your skin absorb it all. Now it is a little bit tacky slightly, so what I usually like to do is I like to put on my daily hydrating mask that I have done a video on. I don't know if it's out yet or if it's already come out. I think it did come out last month. And so I like to use that, and I like to usually put on a serum, one of my serums, like my brightening serum or something, and then put on my hydrating mask and let all that get soaked up and pushed into the skin. And that is how that can be even more effective. So anyways, thank you so much for watching me here at Contour Image. I hope you enjoyed that. If you're interested, you could always go to contourimage.com to learn more information that I have over skincare and beauty. And I just thank you again for being here at Contour Image, and just remember to stay beautiful for life.